Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we have a great round of deals to go through together, and each game on the list is at a new low price and under $5. On top of that, they're all on sale until next year as well. Then at the end, as always, we'll recap with some deals that are still on sale from the previous episode. Thank you all for being here as we go through the sales together. It's always a pleasure to pass on the savings to the crew here at the channel, and if this is your first time here, we'd love to welcome you in as well. We cover the Nintendo Switch and try our best to highlight the deals each week, and we even do giveaways as a way of saying thank you. Speaking of which, we have a few gift cards to give out in today's video, so good luck to everyone that enters. And if you'd like to enter the next one, just leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you get the notification for the future videos. Alright folks, the holidays are in full swing, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. Stay safe out there and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start today with Lacuna, which is a single-player narrative-driven detective game with a download around 1.8 gigs and a deep story with branching paths and decisions that will affect the outcome, and it should last about 6 hours or so to wrap up. For me personally, the streamlined approach to the standard point-and-click mechanics keeps the story flowing forward at a nice pace, and the story is pretty engaging as well throughout the entire runtime. It's definitely a highly overlooked game, and right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 90% to a new low, and the sale ends on January 5th. Next we have Oceanhorn, Monster of Uncharted Seas, which is a single-player action-adventure title that looks and plays very similarly to the older Zelda games from the N64 or the GameCube days. It has a download just under 500 megabytes and a story that should last about 10 to 12 hours to wrap up. Now there are environmental puzzles to solve, new items and gadgets to find, and the combat will surely feel similar to fans of the genre. On top of that, it has an amazing soundtrack, and I highly recommend giving this one a look before the sale ends again on the 5th. Right now it's marked down 75% to a new low of just $3.74. Sword of the Necromancer is a top-down action RPG available for 1 or 2 players in local co-op and should offer more than 10 hours of gameplay on average, with a download around 1.4 gigs. Now this version includes all of the bonus DLC as well, making it an even greater value, especially if you have a friend or a sibling to play with. It's basically a dungeon crawler, roguelike, and it plays a lot like a top-down Zelda, except you have the ability to turn fallen enemies into allies that can then fight alongside you. The game is definitely tough though, but if you're up for a challenge, right now it's on sale for just $3.74, which is a new low, again until the 5th. Next we have Lair of the Clockwork God, which is a blend of platforming and point-and-click mechanics combined into an interesting game with a dark and comedic story that should last about 8 to 9 hours, and it has a download around 1.8 gigs. Now this one follows 2 characters named Ben and Dan, each of which has a different playstyle. Now one will be used for platforming while the other is used for the point and click sections, and it's a really cool concept that makes for a one-of-a-kind game. This is another overlooked gem, and right now you can pick it up for just $3.99, marked down 80% to a brand new low, and the sale ends on the 4th. Yoku's Island Express is a single-player 2D puzzle platformer with a download around 1.4 gigs and a main story that will last about 8 to 10 hours to wrap up. Now in this one, players will assume the role of the island's new postmaster and have to deliver mail to everyone on the island. The only issue is that the island is inhabited by scary monsters or other obstacles that you'll have to overcome. Now the game blends the classic platforming adventure that we all love with unique pinball mechanics, and it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in Yoku's Island Express, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on the 5th. Right now it's just $3.99, which is 80% off and a brand new low, once again until the 5th. Next up we have Yooka-Laylee, which is the first game in the franchise and was made as a love letter to the 3D platformers from the Nintendo 64 era, which were some of the best of all time in my opinion. Now it has a download just over 8 gigs, so keep that in mind, and offers about 20 hours of gameplay on average. Like with those games, this one has a heavy emphasis on exploration and collecting tons of different items in each area, as well as solving different random puzzles in order to open up new areas or progress through. If you're interested in the first game, right now it's on sale at a new low price of just $3.99, marked down 90% until the 5th. Now if you've already played the first game or you prefer 2D platformers, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair is also on sale with a download around 4.8 gigs, and again a main story that will last more than 15 hours to finish up, and I would say this matches the quality of any AAA platformer here on the Switch. Once again, with this game, each stage is full of collectibles, but you also have 2 different versions for each stage, and there's an overworld that ties everything together. It's fantastic. The controls are perfect, the game is just fun overall, and right now it's on sale for just $4.49, marked down 85%, again bringing it to a new low until the 5th. Crown Trick is a single-player strategy RPG, and it offers more than 20 hours of gameplay on average, with a download around 1.4 gigs. Now this is a great roguelike with turn-based tactical combat, beautiful art and animations, and the story is surprisingly deep as well, Plus, at its core, it's a dungeon crawler, which is one of my favorite genres. Each run in the game feels fresh and varies from the last, plus the items and upgrades are amazing, and there's a ton of them. If you're interested in Crown Trick, be sure to pick this one up before the sale ends again on the 5th. It's marked down 75% to a new low of just $4.99. Alright, we'll start with Red Wings American Aces, which is a really fun aerial combat style game and the second in the series, with online multiplayer for up to 10 people, making it great for party game nights, and the solo campaign is worth playing through as well. Once again, there are a ton of cool planes and neat weapons or special moves to use, and the online servers this time were stable with no connection issues whenever we played as a crew. On top of that, the graphics are great, it's pretty impressive, and right now you can get it at a new low price of just $2.39, marked down 80% until the 26th, with the download around 3.5 gigs. Next we have Paradise Lost, which is a single-player 3D adventure title with a download around 6 gigs and a main story that should last about 15 to 20 hours to wrap up. In this one we play as a young boy who's lost and left alone to uncover whatever happened in this underground bunker. Now luckily you won't be alone, so you will have some help. The story is heavy with this one, so definitely keep that in mind. But if you enjoy a good narrative-driven adventure, definitely check this one out before the sale ends on the 26th. It's marked down 80% to a new low of just $2.99. The TakeOver is a really fun multiplayer beat-em-up with a roughly 2 to 4 hour story and a 2 gig download. The devs drew inspiration for sure from classic games from the 90s and they nailed it. Now the game looks and runs great on the Switch with awesome combat, a top tier soundtrack, and a few modern day mechanics that make it a bit more fun to play. I would definitely put this up there with any other beat-em-up as far as quality, but at a fraction of the price, and right now it's on sale for just $2.99 with an 85% discount, bringing it down to a new low, and the sale ends on the 29th. Cardaclysm Shards of the Four is a single-player roguelike deck builder with some RPG mechanics thrown in as well. The game has a download around 2.7 gigs and offers plenty of playtime due to the difficulty and the addictive gameplay loop. Now in this one we play as a dark wizard after accidentally unleashing the 4 horsemen upon the world through dark magic. You'll be trying to build the strongest deck to fight with during the turn-based combat sections, and then eventually you'll face off with the bigger boss battles. It's another great deal, and right now it's at a new low price of just $3.74, marked down 75% until the 28th. Arise, A Simple Story, the Definitive Edition, is a narrative-driven puzzle-style adventure game with a download around 3.7 gigs and a main story that should last about 5 or 6 hours to wrap up. In this one, we relive the memories of an old man coming to the end of the road, and it has a cool time-based mechanic where you can manipulate the flow of time to alter your surroundings, which you will need to use to solve puzzles along the way. It's definitely an emotional game, and right now on sale for just $4.99, a new low price until the 27th, and we do have a full review of it here on the channel. Alright folks, here we go, it's giveaway time. We have 3 to do today. Thank you to everybody that entered. Remember, just leave a comment down below to enter the next one and be subbed. That way you don't miss the notification. Alright, who's the first? Oh man, Triforce. Congrats. Coin Halo. Congrats guys. Appreciate you. Alright, number two. Oh, Jinx. Congrats, man. Thank you, buddy. Alright, last one for today. Remember, just leave a comment, be subbed so that you don't miss the video. We have a few more to do before Christmas. Alright, ML11, congrats buddy. Thank you all. Once again, I appreciate it. And we'll do another one for the next one. Alright everybody, thank you all so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video or you like the Switch, we have plenty more content on the channel. Feel free to check it out.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!